Okay, this is for a third time. Maybe third time is the actual charm. Hopefully, notifications can get resent out for the third time. Hopefully, we can get this actual conversation going without, phony technical difficulties. Not on my part. Not on my part. So I guess we'll just have to wait. Hopefully, people can come back in here. Hopefully, my regulars could come in here. This is what happens when you try to come on at a consistent rate every night talking about whatever. That's how I'm not playing by a script. They're doing everything to try to stop me and stop the people from actually tuning in to Tuku to Khan to hear and talk about whatever may be on their minds. So, hopefully, people don't get, Reek's live stream been messing up. I don't know if I really want to go on there. Hopefully, we can get something in motion. Are you going to bed? Hey, hey, I'm glad you just came in for that little bit. Hopefully, you'll be able to catch the live stream. If this one actually jumps, hopefully, you get some proper shut eye. You need your sleep. I appreciate the thumbs up so far. I just gotta hang out until I guess the numbers start changing around and people start re-getting the notifications. I had to retitle it and everything. Just to try to hopefully come at it a different rate. I didn't even have it titled in any kind of way where it was an issue. But I guess I'm coming with all these different consistent colors and different topics, and talking to a vast amount of people. They don't like it. You know, that just lets you know the amount of people that's in here to even live stream. That don't even make sense. That lets you know they're blatantly discriminating. It's blatant discrimination. Blatant. It's not by accident, it's by design. That lets you know we live in a time where the algorithms are autonomous. And autonomous means, they have full reign and no one is in control of them. Whatever the platform they done build with these computers where they can, okay, we don't like what he's saying over here. He has too many, brothers and sisters that got sense speaking on different topics to wake up the masses so they don't go to sleep by these phony false narratives. That's what I'm trying to, you know, keep disseminating every day. You know, that's what people want to hear. They don't want to hear these phony age old propaganda outlets that done found their way to this particular platform, but nobody still checks that out even then. So you got regular TV they're not watching. You ain't watching cable television, and now that you want to come on this particular style of platform, you think people still gonna swallow that BS, and you probably got your hands in some of these celebrities pushing certain narratives so people can gravitate it. People are waking up. People ain't falling for this okey doke. We know it's all false and phony. We can see through it. I mean, when you really resonating from your soul on a different style frequency, none of this false phony stuff can affect you. All right, Lo, let me put you in. Let me put you in. Man, me find you on the whoop and I'll get you in. Matter of fact, anybody else want to get put in, I can put you in, but first let me get Low situated. Come on. Okay, wait, is that it? Okay, I think that's it. Low, is that a different number? Or you typing the wrong number? Because I got you under a different number. You want me to hit that number or hit the other number? I'll hit the one you posted. Let me see. Matter of fact, what's the first the area code number? Cause you just put the number in. I don't know the area code to hit. I don't want to dial the wrong number. You ain't got the right number. The person gave you the number, they didn't give you the right one. I don't want to hear all that. So let me know, Lo. Hmm. Let me see. Matter of fact, that last that the current one, the current if people is confused, the current one is the date of today's date. So they got it stuck on that last one, but today's date. Matter of fact, I should, if it's some kind of way I can delete that, but I probably have to delete that after I'm off this particular live. Um, it's the current one we're on is 9/25/19. So hopefully that gets straightened out. They're trying to derail the people from actually, interacting. It ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop. I'm coming consistently. Trying not to use no type of explicitives, even though they're warranted. You know. Lo, let me know. Matter of fact, anybody else who's coming in, hey, let me know if you want to actually call in and we can make that happen. I got a hotline, but we gotta first, firstly get all the regulars to come back up in here, and some of the newbies and people that don't hit the subscribe button that may want to chime in. The topic is still why envy? Do you? I need the area code. What's the area code, Lo? You only put the 7 digits up. I need the area code. Okay. Now let me reconnect you. Let me see. Uh, Here we go. The call you are. That's the wrong number, Lo. Let me just call from the number that I last seen from you. Where is it at? Last number, where is it at? Okay, I'm hitting that line right now.
What's up, bro?
What up, Lo? You gave me the wrong number.
Yeah, I know.
Huh.
Yeah, I just looked at it too. I'm like, damn, why are we getting this nigga up?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, dog, man? What's the topic, bro?
The topic is why envy? Do you? A lot of people.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
No. I was gonna say a lot of people, be stuck on, oh, he got this and they got that. When you can, take the same initiative that they took and go about getting yours without sitting back, trying to plot and scheme on somebody else's, bag, should I say?
Hey, listen here. Look, I'm gonna follow your lead on it, dog. But I'm gonna lead too, though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We great over here. But look, man, people want to follow another person back for whatever reasons. They want to follow another person back. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy though, because that's what people like to lead on.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? That's what they're accustomed to.
Right.
But what you about, you know what I'm saying? Other people about, whoever this and that about, you know what I'm saying? It's something different, you know? And people, man, like, that's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Want to clout chase, you know, want to be something they not, or go through something they not, man. Man, I had a crazy dude, man. Today, I'm going to get a charger out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From the store. This crazy motherfucker, man, he in a fucking store and shit. And he looking at me like, this way, that way. Nigga, you don't owe nothing.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you don't even know me. Then he talking to the boy behind the counter, or whatever. And, you know, he's smiling with motherfucking braces in his mouth. So I'm just looking at him. I say, man, oh, yeah, okay. So I go right back around, whatever. You know, fuck with homie, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nigga young dude still smiling with braces in his mouth, because I guess the other dude supposed to been giving them some game.
Right.
How much them charges cost? Nigga say $10. I said, man, up the other store, man, I could have got that motherfucker for about $5 or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And that's in Dollar General, dog.
Huh.
You know, but his homeboy wanted to act tough like he owed him something and try to play me. You know what I'm saying? Like he trying to play the young dude or whatever, because I came in. Because there wasn't nobody in the store. And I'm like, nigga, for real?
Huh.
Man, go on somewhere with that shit, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, you don't own that. Nigga, you ain't even behind a counter, bro. You ain't even behind a counter, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you is, blood, crip, whatever. No disrespect to nobody, but nigga, you ain't even behind a counter. You ain't saying nothing, dog. And then when I got to the nigga got quiet. He ain't say shit, dog. Nigga ain't speak a word out of his motherfucking mouth, dog. You talk all that shit cause I walk in like another girl said, man, she asked me what's my sign and shit.
Okay. Oh,
you know
so essentially,
yeah, cause she said I look like I'm aggressive or something. Man, I ain't nothing, man. I'm just a little nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Just doing my thing, man.
Right.
With big pockets.
You
know what I'm saying? Anytime I want to have one.
Huh.
See what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
And this nigga, he thought he was bodybuilding or something. I don't know. Like, nigga, let you know, nigga, you'll get splattered right there.
Yeah, but like what I assessed from the situation, you know, you probably was getting some action that, you know, he felt he should have been getting, so he felt a certain way, so he felt he could speak up in a negative sense to think that would, you know, make, you know, oh girl, you know, maybe look his way, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what get in people's heads where they think they can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, Rick, though. Man, he ain't look at me like that, though. He looked at me, he tried to look at my language.
Okay.
When I came in. He like, this little nigga think he tough. This nigga think he tough. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you don't even know, nigga.
Huh.
I took more bullets than you. I took more pain than you, dog. Like, for real, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing me, though. I'm just coming here to get a fucking charger and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you want to be on that? Nigga, if I charge you up, nigga, check your temperature, nigga, it's going to be a different thing, dog. Little homie ain't going to be laughing no more, giggling with braces in his face and none of that. He going to run out somewhere or jump over the counter or something.
Right.
But I'm like, man, you know, man, hey, man, this shit, you know, shit, man, I could have got this shit at another store, man. This don't even cost that much, man.
Right.
Nigga try to size the nigga up.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you don't even know where you at, dog, for real.
Huh.
Like, nigga, you when as soon as I came in the door, nigga, you looked a little crazy to me.
Mm.
Like you had a problem, dog. Nigga over here, yeah, man, it's over. Nigga, you don't even run this store, dog, homie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then when the nigga get next to you, and that nigga felt that shit, that nigga ain't say a word.
Mm.
Nigga ain't say nothing out of his motherfucking mouth, man.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how people is, though, man. Like, it's easy to get into something.
Yeah, but just like you said, it's easy to get into something, but it's not always that easy to get out of it once you get it started.
Mm-hmm. What if I'd have been a whole different way, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga ain't no punk, though. Straight up, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What if I'd have been in a different mood when that shit happened?
Right. And it's been known to happen with people, you be in a different type of mood.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's been known to happen, people be in different kind of moods and, different type of situations jump off because of it,
That's exactly my fucking situation with that topic, dog. You know what I'm saying? What if a nigga would have been in a different mood, dog, man? Y'all probably would never heard me on here again.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What if I'd have been like, nigga, hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or anything. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of this love. I'm just about to ramshack that shit, because niggas done did it, and niggas do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I done been through that shit. Like, nigga, I'll take everything out of this bitch. Nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what I was saying about old girl, though, you know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on that nigga, man. I ain't about to worry about him anyway. But what I was saying, though, you know what I'm saying? What if I had a different aggression? Like, old girl, though, like, I wanted to go buy some things out the vitamin store or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she looked at me, but the box was open.
Mm.
Yeah. So I was in line and shit, and I peeled the whole fucking shit off, though. Like, I'm making sure, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, went in the box, went in my peel box or whatever, you know what I'm saying, what I was about to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she was just looking at me, dog. She was just looking at me. I ain't give a fuck. Man, I don't care, man. I'm me. I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Male or female.
Right.
You know?
Okay, well, wait. Now, hold up, Lo. Okay, Cleveland Roberts. I mean, you got a smile going on, a smile emoji. What you mean by that? Are you trying to find what Lo's saying is funny, or I'm trying to understand what you mean by that smile emoji.
Oh, he put in work. I
I want your response before we go forward on anything. Okay, what part of what he said what was funny? That's what I want to know. Matter of fact, Lo, you can speak for yourself. I ain't gonna speak for you, a grown man.
he said it was what?
He said it was funny what you were saying.
I know. Yeah, I know it was funny. It was funny to me too.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Matter of fact, let me put up the hotline number so people can
Now we do.
come in because every now and then when you read these words,
Ain't no pressure. We put pressure on.
it comes out wrong. So let me post that up real quick. I want people to actually chime in. Let me see. Let me find this number. Hey, Lo, you got your back. You got us going on in the background or something.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, you might have to turn that down a little bit.
All right, I got you, bro. Just another cycle.
Okay, let me. Gosh, dang, I be forgetting the dang on number. Where's it at? Oh, what's up, Choice?
Hey, they try to cut your other channel off too.
Yeah, I had to come on like two or three. This is the third one I done made. Every time I kept trying to get it to go, it kept shutting down.
No, that's why I got on.
Huh. Yeah, I seen it because I couldn't even get nothing off. I'm like, matter of fact, Choice is the one who told me like, hey, just make a whole nother thing.
Weak ass niggas. But yeah, dog. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Where that nigga from Cleveland at? Where you at, bro?
Wait, I'm about to throw up the number. I just gotta find it. Gosh, dang it.
What's up, Choice? So I love this shit, nigga. I do this shit.
Okay, let me find the number. Where's it at? Let me pull up this joint.
Man, God bless a nigga so many ways, man. Sometimes.
Right. Was
real though.
Did you receive a blessing today or something?
Yeah, man. I got too many today.
That's always love and a positive. Matter of fact, I'm about to put up the call-in number, so if people want to call in, I'll add you to it. You just gotta hit this line as soon as I get it up. I don't got it.
Right here.
I don't got it totally memorized, so I gotta research it.
I'm ahead.
Like I said, anybody could hit it, and we can have a conversation about whatever. Okay.
What's good, Nick?
Okay, there go the number. I'll patch you in. We can talk about whatever. Whatever's clever. Okay, you said, so for the record, I'm inspired by greatness, but I ain't never envied a mofo a day in my life. Most definitely. It's like I always had to, if I seen something I like, I'm like, man, I want something good for myself, but not what that man has. I want something, totally different. That's just inspiring me to do better for myself.
Right. Oh, girl, what I was back to the story, dog.
Okay, yeah, Cleveland came back in. He said, I'm from the Bronx. He said, my name is Cleveland, brother. He said, I don't mean no disrespect from laughing at your story, but I thought it was funny. Okay, I see you didn't mean it in a disrespectful way, and that's cool. You cleared it all up.
No, I ain't no disrespect, bro.
Right.
What you talking about, dog?
No, he's just clearing it up.
Funny about it, dog. Nigga, I got shot up.
Okay, Troy said envy is for suckers. Envy is definitely for suckers. Matter of fact, Cleveland, if you can call in, your number won't be shown or anything. You call in, and I'll patch you into the conversation. So you're actually interacting versus let me type this in and try to say whatever I'm saying. I can kind of understand what you're saying, but once you
I want
speak
you to
on it,
call in, bro.
yeah. It's nothing like clearing up misconceptions. That's always a positive thing when you can have it.
I bet you won't happen again, nigga. You hear me, Rick?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. The whole world hears you. Everybody hears you.
Anybody being no tough guy, like old school say, nigga, you want to be tough, nigga, join the fucking army, nigga. Sometimes you gotta know what it is and what it ain't, nigga. I'm gonna ride this shit out, though. I'm different, homie.
You got
I was
anything?
just talking.
You got anything else to add to the conversation, Choice? I know you might be at the gig right about now, so you can only say certain things.
Choice, what's up, nigga? Oh no, he probably worked. But I ain't called to be on no old crazy wild shit. But like I was saying though, about old girl, you know what I'm saying, and all that, or whatever, you know what I'm saying. She was like, man, she looked at me, she like, man, what type of nigga is you? She
Hmm.
like, man, I can see, you know what I'm saying, your type of energy you got.
Yeah.
She's like, man, you kind of little aggressive though, with that aggression.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was just looking through my, you know what I'm saying, pill box to make sure, you know what I'm saying, I ain't grabbing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People be going in stores and opening things up, and guess what she told me? She told me, man, somebody just left out here and did the same thing. They just left out here and did the same thing. They opened one up and they took something.
Mm.
Yeah, so I just opened the box up. Like, it was crazy to her, I feel, because she opened the box up. I mean, I opened the box up, but it was crazy to her because I did it right in front of her fucking face. I didn't care.
Hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
And about dude ain't nothing, man. That dude, man, he'd have been a lost cause though, man, for real, for real. If I really wanted to put that pressure on him,
Yeah.
he'd have been done. And I ain't even got to call nobody. But if I call somebody, it's going to be worse.
Hold on a second, Low.
Call from.
Cleveland.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello. Hello?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's going on?
Hey, no, man, it's me, Cleveland. Cleveland is calling in.
Okay.
What's up with it? I'm in the land. What do you do, baby?
Hey, man, I didn't mean no disrespect or nothing like that. I didn't even hear the full story or nothing like that. I just heard a little bit of it, and I thought it was funny, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You know I represent my town.
Yeah. And Rick is a good brother, though, man. I love the show and everything like that, man. You know what I'm saying? He always a positive brother, you know?
Okay. I
Right,
appreciate
man.
that. I appreciate that.
Niggas try to stay that way. Niggas stay that way. You know how it be down here. Niggas
I
try to.
don't know how it be. I don't know nothing about down there, man, at all.
No, I
You
think
don't know
I
about down here. Are you from
No,
Cleveland?
man, I'm from...
Oh, you
I'm
from the Bronx?
Bronx.
Okay, but you
From
just
New
called
York City,
Cleveland.
New
Okay.
York City, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I know nothing about down there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, cause you figure because Low is actually from Cleveland, so when you see Cleveland, you're like, oh, so you must be associated with it.
Yeah, everybody always thinking that.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we on Barnett though.
Yeah. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel you. I feel you in them boroughs.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. But I was just calling them, man, just to say what's up and stuff like that. We got to bust some moves right now.
Okay.
No, man. Speak your mind, dog.
Hey,
What
man,
you mean?
all I got is blessing to you, brother, man. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
Have a blessed night.
Okay, you too.
You too,
All right,
bro.
brother.
Yep.
Ladies, man. What?
Okay, now Troy said, yeah, he says he's still watching the clock. He's waiting for waiting a few more. He said he's waiting for Massa to ring the bell at the job site. He said, now that I think about it, envy is low key admiration. Yeah, in a sense, but it just depends how far they go with that envy, because envy can start turning into other things.
Niggas be funny. Niggas be funny, man. You can walk one way, you can get in a hard situation. You ain't even trying to be in that situation. You be trying to be like, man, I'm about to remove myself or whatever. You know, people, a lot of people different. When you see the motherfucking shit that's like a zebra with stripes, sometimes you gotta remove yourself, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta remove yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Some zebras have stripes, some have none. Niggas be haters, man, and they be wanting to know what you want.
Right.
Or they don't know what you want, and they take you out, man.
Right.
So you gotta be ready, man. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, man, it's a whole big world going on. I don't know the world, round or flat. I don't give a fuck what it is. But see, people will try you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I ain't for that. I ain't for that. You can't try me. I ain't for that no more. And I never was about it though.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit happened. When that shit happened though, I've been in stuff. I'm like, nigga, don't even try me, bro. You don't know what you gonna happen. You
Right.
don't know what's gonna happen.
True.
You know? For real, nigga, I let you breathe air.
Mm. Man.
Cause for real, nigga, I could have did it in there or out there.
Huh.
I choose to take upon myself to move a different way.
Right. You gotta
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Go ahead, bro.
No, you got a second chance at life, and so you gotta put yourself in more positive settings, so you don't hopefully ever kind of cross that type of road again. That's how I look
Yeah,
at it.
but that's how shit happen.
Right.
Oh damn, I forgot we on the phone and shit.
Yeah, we are live, Lo. You ain't talking to me personally.
Yeah. But nah, though, for real though, I don't want to be loud in your ear and none of that, man. I'm about to calm down, man. Pipe down, dog. Like I had to tell them niggas, pipe down, dog. You know,
Right.
it's a real nigga in the building. You know. So Rick,
Yeah.
what you think about like going through life and everything? You know what I'm saying? Lemons and lemonade.
You said lemons and lemonade?
Yeah, cause when you make lemons, you make lemonade, bro.
That's true. You're saying what do I
See what
think?
I'm saying?
Yeah, but you asked me
Yeah,
what I think about that?
yeah.
I mean,
But you
no, go ahead.
you you ain't gotta really speak on it. But I had a different topic. You know what I'm saying? Just to be talking about something.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know how we do. I usually start with one particular title, and then we can roll off into other things. So if you want to talk about something else, you can do that too. Well, before we go into that, Troy said, "Bro, you is live." He said, "I forgot I was live for a minute too before." Because it's like
Yeah,
we're having a regular conversation, but you also got to remember, it's so many other people actually listening to us. So it's like you got to kind of edit some things that you say, So
that's right. That's right.
certain people
That's
ain't
why
hearing
I
what you're
said what I
saying.
said.
Right.
Like a nigga don't even know, man. Fuck around with me, nigga. Man, I'll put your head on your dashboard.
See now that right there, don't do that. I mean I know you're saying it while you're saying it, but you can't really put that out there. I mean, we know what you mean.
Everybody don't think that way. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
Everybody don't think that way. Some people be thinking a different way, man. Like, man, people don't even know. Like, a lot of people don't know. I only share this with y'all, my girl, or a couple other people. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know I got shut up, nigga. Like, for real. And Reek, I ain't calling you no nigga. I ain't saying nigga. Because sometimes people get aggressive about them words. Nigga, like, nigga, what you call me, nigga? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But at the same time, though, it's like that. People don't even know, man. They don't even know your situation, what you getting in, what you going through, or none of that.
Right.
All they know is what you speaking out your mouth. If you can't stand up on it, and you ain't read up on it, and you not being true, that shit late, my nigga.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
shit real late.
is this you know, I just look at it like this. People see life through different eyes, you know, and through different experiences and through different situations, and it just depends on what part of life they're at once you meet them, or you're about to leave them, or whatever, you know, or you're just introduced to them, or you know, I mean,
Sit down, boy.
everybody that came into this life, it wasn't no owner's manual or instruction manual on how to live it. You know, we just essentially had to find our way. I mean, yeah, some may be blessed to have parents. Some may be blessed to have, you know, maybe a grandparent that done, you know, stepped in if the parents wasn't around. But
Man,
essentially,
my people, they died back to back.
now you say your people, you saying like who you speaking
My
of?
my father
Okay,
and my grandma
okay.
back to back.
Mm. Now
I
what?
woke up one day to go put a plug on my father, which I didn't want to do it. Then my grandmama died. I get a text, my grandmama died.
Mm. Now what about your mother?
My mama, she's still around.
Okay,
She fuck around.
that's good.
You know what I'm saying? But she, you know, she ain't the same way, bro.
Okay.
You know, 'cause that affects her, and that affects me. You know, to the point it's just like, you know, she gotta do what she gotta do.
That's true.
Like man, I done put everybody on 1,000 times, Rick.
Mm.
I done put everybody on, man. I swear on my soul, man. I done put everybody on to get money, man.
Mm.
And people ask me, oh, you need to go get a job and do this and that. I said, I don't need one.
Mm.
Because I'm moving a different way.
Right.
But I don't tell them that.
Mm.
When I was talking about that money, man, when the nigga shot these niggas for 100,000, bro, man, I wasn't lying, bro. I wasn't lying. Straight up.
Yeah, I wasn't saying you was lying. I essentially wanted to know like the play-by-play, because you figure, I know you don't said it on here before, but not everybody has heard it. You know, not everybody was on at the same time when you had spoke what you had said before. Just like think about it like this, like when I used to have old school on, you know, it might be someone that come in and ask him a question that, you know, he may have covered before, but this is a different person. This is not the same person that's asking this particular question. So you kind of gotta.
Old school, my nigga. So I ain't gonna address that. You know what I'm saying? He been through the old school, and I ain't gotta lie, and I gotta prove. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of nigga, I be in your city, chilling, and hit you up on the phone. Like, nigga, what's up?
Huh.
That's the type of nigga I am, man.
Yeah.
Ain't, you know, man, I love this shit. I'm down with this shit. But I ain't on no goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just being real with you, dog, Rick, man. You know one of my hardest replays that you played? The Hard Knock Life, nigga. For Pimp a King of the Year.
Okay.
Nigga said I've been stabbed, I've been shot at. Man, listen. Niggas better go back and read that replay, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Just as you saying that, Choice done came in and said, I hear that Lions Den with you and Ken about that new laws shutting down Backpage. Ken be spitting it. So yeah, I mean, I got so much content up. Even though I'm in there participating in it, and you know we're going back and forth. I mean, me and Ken, we be sitting up and talking about this. Like, man, we got so many different things we done put up. Half of it I can't even remember when y'all bring it up, because like we got so much, you know, archives. It's like, man, oh yeah, we did do that. We did do that. So when you refresh my memory on it, then it's like, okay, I remember, you know, what we were saying in this and that, because we done have so many conversations. But I appreciate y'all,
Hey,
you know, taking something from that for the positive.
hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick. Remember the other one with Ken? Move all the sympathy from our heart. Remember y'all niggas was talking about that shit? You and Ken? Move all the sympathy from my heart and all that shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Triple bypass on niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said, move all that shit from my heart. That shit, man, that shit was raw, nigga.
Hmm. Yeah, we try to come with it once we, you know, get together and start powwowing. You know, I try to pull out the best out of him, and he pulls out the best out of me, and that's why it's called the Alliance. Then we trying to dive deep in topics that, you know, not too many other people's covering.
But check this shit out, though. That's what people be misunderstanding about this page. It ain't all about that, brother.
Right.
It's about knowledge, too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, Rick?
Yeah, that's why, you know, I had to change the way that, you know, my channel was set up. You know, I didn't want it to just be known as this, because I would get people who would come in and just specifically ask me about, what about this? What about that? I'm like, it ain't specifically about that. I may do things time to time that may touch on those areas, but this is not what that channel is about. Like you said, it's about knowledge, information, intelligence, you know, passing on information that we can share with each other, with the people, you know, not just, okay,
Exactly.
it's just this. No, you got to evolve.
Man, people don't even know, man. You know, man, you got people calling this and that, but it's cool, dog, man. Some of y'all be bogus, dog. You know,
Right.
we trying to we trying to touch a fire.
Now let me answer this. Troy said it was crazy how he was saying them shutting them joints down was gonna drive them back to the blade, but they ain't cut for it. They flatbackers and gonna be chased by drones. Right. I mean, now we're in a different kind of age. You know, a lot of people they love hearing them old stories of, yeah, back in the magnificent 70s and late 60s, how, you know, things were a certain way. We're far from them decades. We're in the modern technology where facial recognition is king. You know, once they book you, matter of fact, they used to take pictures of you, you know, or people that's, you know, doing illicit things in the street, so they would, you know, have pictures of people. Now, where they got those police cams, and them police cams probably got facial recognition on them already, so they're already booking you into the system right along with your ID or with your name, so they can match you up into their, you know, profile system, check you if you got social medias and what you're saying on there. So I mean, we in a different kind of day, and you better upgrade the way that you think and how you think you're gonna, you know, actually get that bag. How you really gonna go about getting that bag? Because, you know,
Hey, Rick,
yeah. Go ahead.
polish it out. Something just happened though down here, up in the jailhouse. You hear me?
What was that? What went down?
A nigga had a drum and dropped some contraband down to a nigga. He picked it up and walked off. Now it's all on the nose.
Hmm.
You feel me?
homie?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm while you telling me that, I'm trying to read this. Someone sent me a text and was trying to make sure what it said. I don't know what this is saying. I don't know if it Oh yeah, okay. Choice came in. He said, "These hoes ain't solid." Yeah, a lot of these brothers ain't either. See, that's the whole thing. Not well.
Yeah,
I can't even. I can't even say a lot of the OGs because there's some OGs that ain't solid either. But a lot of people are just oh, this is an easier route. This is if I can't do these other things, I could just switch over to this, and that's not how it's been set up. You got to be a certain person within inside yourself to
Exactly.
move in certain ways. Just like think about it like this. If someone thought, okay, being a robber is easy. All I gotta do is go, pick up some hammer and put it to someone's ribs or something like that. It ain't easy as
Yeah.
that. A lot of people try to build up in their mind like it can be easy. It's like, okay, I got these things on a notepad. As long as I do these things off the notepad, this is how I gain success in it. And it's not set up like that. You gotta grow towards these type of things.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't even have to build up to them type of things. You just gotta if you're about them things, you're about them things. But at the same time, when them things come at you, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You gotta play. What you gonna play, homie? Offense or defense?
right?
What you gonna be about? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gotta be that way. You know what I'm saying? When things get wrong, man, things get right too, brother.
Right.
Call in, man. You been calling in.
Yeah, the matter of fact, the number is there. You can call it in. Scroll through the chat and you can see. I posted the number. That's the number to hit.
I love this shit, man. Niggas don't even know. They tell me next, dog. For real. Get chipped off.
We live, and if you got time to make a call,
What's wrong with it?
matter of fact,
Come on.
I want to say, I mean, what's so crazy? Troy's been the main one, interacting, but it shows there's more people on here, but nobody else is saying nothing. It's like
Everybody saying shit.
it's like I know you may want to listen. I mean, I understand some people may be shy and kind of fearful to get on, think they're gonna say the wrong thing, but I mean, take your time. Like I just wanted to call in, just like Cleveland. He called in. He wanted to clear up the discrepancy. Like, no, I wasn't meaning no disrespect. And that was cool. We need more of that. But that's why I also provide that calling number. You could call in and be like, yeah, Rick, I just wanted to talk about this or talk about that or
Ain't nobody turning it up. Huh? See?
what's that low?
So ain't nobody tripping.
Oh yeah.
Blood, cuz, or P. Me, personally, I'm a human being. So I ain't nobody tripping, dog. Speak your piece.
Right. Matter of fact, like I said, let me clarify it. you see I got a particular title on the thumbnail if you just came in and checked it or whatever, but that doesn't mean we have to talk about that. We can talk about whatever you see fit to communicate about. We can talk about that. I mean, I essentially, we essentially covered that particular topic of, envy and why you should, take steps to improving yourself instead of being stuck on stupid on what someone else got going or you don't even know if
It
they really
sound like
got going.
somebody else, dog.
Right.
Who are you? Where you from, nigga?
Man. I'll just say this. I mean, yeah, I respect Choice because he be in here every now and then and again and he offers
Yeah,
something to
okay.
say. But if we don't get anybody else to come in here to say anything, I think I'm gonna end up cutting it. Even though we at 56 minutes and we kind of cover some different areas.
You come.
No, I'm saying I'm about to cut the whole live stream off if nobody else, offers nothing to say. You know what I'm
Nah, this
saying?
real. Go ahead, brother.
So I'll say it like
Go
this.
ahead,
I'll
bro.
give it. I'll give it to 61 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's either have someone call in or have somebody else chime in that's just sitting out there in the wings, sitting and listening. Hopefully, we could continue this. If not, hey,
Ain't no hate.
no, never that.
We we try to uplift people, brother.
Hmm. And I look at it like this, think about this like an album. Like you may have this artist that you like, but off that whole album, you're not gonna like maybe 3 or 4 songs. Well, that's how I look at my live streams every now and then. Not everyone may be, up to a certain standard, but it will
Man, we
be,
trying to get an album out, brother.
huh?
You trying to get an album out like the last nigga?
No. Lo, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying, just like I do these live streams, some of them, you may be fine funny. Some of them might be more serious. Some of them might, be a little slow,
Nigga ain't gonna do shit to me.
huh?
Nigga ain't gonna do shit to me.
Lo, that ain't what I'm talking about. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm saying you may like these live streams, you may not. One of them may be better than the other to you, is what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I hear you. Come speak your piece.
Okay, that's all I wanted to clarify.
I'm on the Rodney Dangerfield, for real.
Man. We're probably having, all that technical difficulty or, design technical difficulty that they was doing earlier. That kind of, probably through, people getting notifications. That's like, man, I ain't coming back in because it keep messing up. But now the stream is going good and there ain't no issues. But, people ain't in here like, they usually are. Because to me, only 2 regulars is in here. It's only you and his Choice. Y'all's the only 2 regulars that's in here. I mean, it's showing other people, but nobody's saying nothing.
That's
So,
much love.
huh.
I fuck with Joyce. You could. You thought I tried to try you up?
No. I wasn't saying that. I was saying that nobody else is in here. That's all I was stressing. Okay, I'll patch you in. Let me find your number and I'll plug you in, Choice. Let me see.
Come on, bro.
What up, Troyce?
What's up with it? going on, low man? What's up with it, nigga?
Hmm.
Hey, cut that shit down, nigga. Cut what down?
Choice. I mean, Low, who you talking to?
Slam it on the dog. Choice.
Wait. Hold on. Let me, before we go forward, Low, you been drinking?
Man, I don't give a fuck if I've been drinking. You been drinking, nigga?
No, I'm asking you something. Have you been drinking?
Man, you ain't asking me nothing, bro.
Low. Listen to what I'm saying. You been drinking?
You been drinking?
Okay, that tells me you've been drinking. I'm about to let you go right now. Hey, Choice.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah. I had to let Low. Ain't no disrespect. But when you been drinking, you ain't on point. When you ain't been getting intoxicated, you straight. But when you been drinking, you ain't on point. And I have to clarify that when you been drinking, don't come on too cool to con. And if you can't, respond accordingly, you got to be sharp. Well, what's going on? You just getting off the job site?
Yeah, man. Master just let us go, man.
Right.
I'm rolling out, man. Long ass day.
Right.
I still had to throw the headphones in and listen in with the people, man. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I first went on, because I'm the one trying to go on, so I don't know how I was looking to anybody else that was, if they were getting the notifications or you couldn't hear me, or how was it going, from your side?
No, I was getting the notifications, and then it said you was live, and then the little red dot just went on. I guess you had cut it off or something, and then like you came back on, and it was like you was on a government phone or something. Like it was just breaking up, or you was going through a tunnel or something like that. Where it was like you would just hear bits and pieces of every word, like.
Yeah, on my side, it kept saying, lost connection. I'm like, how's it losing connection? My Wi-Fi ain't going off or anything, because I got other things running off Wi-Fi where it's playing normal. So I'm like, this is them playing, trying to cut the live stream. So then I figured that was two different devices I went from. I went from one of my older iPhones, and I went from one of my iPad. So I'm like, let me bring out the third iPad. As soon as I did that, I got an email saying, "Oh well, someone's going live off your a strange iPad." I'm like, that's weird, because I never put this one on. So essentially, it's like, how does this nigga got another device to go live off of? We don't know about that one. That's essentially what that was about. So that lets you know they monitor every single device that you may actually go live on. That's where we are at with this technology now.
Yeah, man, this technology getting crazy. It's like like you said, them algorithms and stuff, man. It's deep. It's real deep. Because I had a Snap, and then I got a new phone, and then my Snap wouldn't work. And I reset my passcode and everything, and then my guy told me, he was like, you can only have Snap on one thing.
What?
I was like, well, if you ain't logged in, like, how you gonna tell me what device I can use my Snap off of? Like,
right. Because it's like we done configured, tracking your data off from this particular one. So now that you're trying to use it off something else, we don't know if you're going off of this one or that one. So essentially, like I said, how Snap has a patent for facial recognition, they want to know you're actually on this one particular phone. So if, the situation gets funky and we have to follow you on something, we're following the right phone, or tracking the right phone, essentially, when you think about it.
that's crazy, though. Well, yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the deal, man. Just because, they was trying to shut you down, then you came logged in on the new joint.
Right.
They didn't know who it was, but, hey, they can't stop you really from logging into your own shit.
Right.
like Snap do, which is kind of ridiculous.
But since you said that,
What if you got more than one phone? What if you got a phone and an iPad?
right?
You got to delete it every time you switch your device? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I should screenshot that email they sent me and post that in the actual video to show people like this is how they really getting down. They really don't like what you saying. They're gonna try to throw every monkey wrench in the book.
Well, you know, they really do that already, though, because we ain't talking about the norm. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're just telling folks what they want to hear.
Right.
You give them off-chat topic. You know what I mean? You can just chop it up on anything.
Right.
Some people, you got to stick to one thing, or, you know, like that one time I went on. You know, I was talking about something that was really important to me.
Right. Right.
Then they whacked us, you know what I'm saying?
They sure did.
When you using the R word, you can't talk about that. Like, he all that.
Yeah, he's gonna start inspiring other people to use the R word. We don't even want to do that.
I'm just saying, the screen was going good. Then all of a sudden, we started talking about that. It was like the YouTube fans ran in.
Right. Now tell me this, Choice. Since I'm talking with you live, what did you think about the live that I conducted with Sir Breed?
Man, I think Breed's got his point of view, man, and he kind of old school. He one of them cats you can't tell him nothing, you know. So he just kind of stuck to his points, and he wasn't really trying to hear nothing from nobody, you know.
Yeah, I was more saying
You know what I mean?
I was more so saying when the those trolls try to come in and talk they shit.
Oh, well, yeah, like I say, he stuck to his points, man. He stuck to his gun.
Right.
What it was, that was it.
Right.
You know.
I say
I agree with him on certain points, like very few of his own shit. You know what I mean? Everybody can agree on that, but it was just other points he real stuck on. You know what I mean? Like his view of America. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody will have a different view on that.
Yeah, that's true. And when we were speaking, he's like, well, you know, you have a different opinion. Like, well, he's a man. You gotta have a different opinion, and that's the truth. That's what I guess a lot of brothers and sisters need to understand. Like, it doesn't have to actually be the same way that you think about something, you know, because, you know, you come from a different walk of life or whatever, you know, so it's going to be situations in life like that, you know.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. It was just, I don't know. It was just kind of, he seemed kind of closed-minded, you know what I mean? In my opinion, that's just me. That's how it came off to me, you know.
Now, as far as the conversation when him and was Don Ye that came in, how you feel about that particular conversation?
I don't know if I really heard that part. I don't know if I heard that. I don't know if I ain't hear the whole thing, because that joint was long too.
Yeah, that sure was long. What was the young brother? He came in and I guess he said he had a food truck, and you know.
Okay, yeah, I heard that part.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And actually, I was like, big up to you, because, I mean, you doing something that ain't really that easy to do.
Right, that's true.
I mean? You said be giving back, you know what I mean? I mean, you can only do the best you can do with what you got, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all it is to it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't be Jordan. Everybody ain't got no Oprah money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It take that type of dough to really make a dent.
Right.
You know?
But what you can do the best at. I mean, you know, I look at it like this. There's so many things put out in the media sphere where, oh, if you're not doing this, then really you're not really doing anything. And that just makes people feel like they shouldn't even do anything at all. When, you know, like how he was saying, like, you know, I got a family member that's going to be a plumber, you know, he's going to be getting bread like that. Or, you know, you got a cousin that know how to lay carpet or something. You can do different things in this world, and, you know, do them to the best of your ability. Don't let nobody, you know, shit on you, you know, what you feel that is good for you, you know. That's how I look at it.
You gotta. Right. I mean, everybody got to do their little part. If everybody do a little something, eventually it's gonna add up to something big,
Right.
or at least something that's noticeable. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's some folks that ain't gonna do nothing. So
Matter of fact, let me I'm everybody that's still in the live stream. Let me pause this for a quick second. I gotta say something to Choice real quick. That I don't want nobody else to hear. Okay, we back, But yeah. So man, it's just so many different walks of life, and man, you said you done got off the clock. So what, you done made it home already, or you still on the road, or what's going on with you?
no, man, I had to stop at Wally World, man, grab a few things. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
Stop at Wally World, grab a few things real quick.
It be cracking me up. People be acting like they don't go in Wally World. I'm like, shoot, I be in Wally World all the time. That's where the deals
Man,
is at.
it's like you ain't got no choice, man. It's one of the only joints by me that's 24/7.
Right.
You know, me working second, I can slide through here, whatever. You know.
Just think of all
Take the fun.
the old school department stores that done got eliminated. That used to be from back in the old.
Wally World killed them. Wally World killed them.
Right.
Wally World and Amazon, man.
Yep, I was just about to say that in Amazon. Them was the two that killed it. I mean, Target's still around, but they ain't doing it like Wally World.
They barely holding on, man.
Right.
They barely holding on. They holding on because they got a following, though. You know, they got their own little following.
Right.
It ain't like, a person that go to Wally World, they turn around and go anywhere else. But people that go to Target, they just like Target.
Right.
You know, they just like Target.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like, my mom. She don't like Wally World. She go everywhere but here.
Mm. And I have seen it like that too, like how you're saying that, like, oh, I don't go to Wally World, but because they know once they go in there, they're like, damn, this is way cheaper than over at Target. Then they'll get addicted to going to Wally World. Because I used to be like that a long time ago. Like, man, I ain't going in there. Then you just happen to go in there like, damn, they got some deals in here. Wait a minute.
They got some deals, but
the atmosphere,
and whatnot. I don't agree with that.
Oh, right, because they don't pay their workers. I understand the reason why people don't like going in there, because they ain't. But you figure you don't have to work there. This is not like you have to work there. Going in, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you. Hey, guys gotta get a check. They're gonna do whatever they can do though too.
Right.
Motherfuckers get on Wally World, till they can find something else.
Right. Let that be the go-between or the here and now until you do something a little later or something. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna be a lifer here. Well, that's what you get if you're trying to be a lifer. But if you're just trying to, okay, I get this bread together till I make this happen, or just like people that pick up a second job or something, like, man, I gotta get my tranny fixed on my woo, but I gotta work this little second job. Once I get that money built up for that, I'm out of here.
Right. You gotta do it till you find something better.
Right.
Better than being broke. That's what I say.
Right. But I think the first one that fell back in the day was what? Montgomery Wars. It was the first one that fell, and then came. You figured Sears, I think, fell before Kmart. No, Kmart kind of got knocked off to, you know, so many stores, and then when Sears fell, I'm like, gosh damn. Killed all kind of stuff.
Hey, supply and demand, man.
Right.
Everybody trying to save them few little bucks. They coming to Wally World. They coming to Wally World for sure. But you know what, man? I was thinking something too. You just started putting the thumbnails up on the lives, though, did you?
Yep.
That might have something to do with it too.
Yeah, because I
I
don't.
mean, I like it, but I think it might draw more viewers like that too, instead of just a black screen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it's more pronounced. It got that gold King Tut right up on every single one of them, but it's a different color background. I mean, I've been doing it, but not like how I just been doing it now. Plus, I'm adding the call in too. So then it's like, okay, he's got people calling in, and you know, you essentially, you know, Sir Bree gave it to both of them trolls that came in here. So it's like we can't be having that. He's serving the trolls that coming in on that ignorance. You know, we can't throw him off with that. So let's try to make it seem like, you know, he got some issues where it's seeming like it's on his part, but really they're the ones doing it.
Oh yeah. Well, and then again, it ain't no telling, man. Really, ain't no telling what's going on with them. Really ain't no telling.
Right.
Shit.
Because
I don't know. I didn't know if you had thought about that, because you know, before his son is just straight black, and then you had the thumbnail. I think that might draw more people to it, and the notifications working. Because I swear it was like 10 people in there.
right. Wait, you saying it was 10 people? See, on my side, it kept saying 0. So I don't know how many people was actually in there or not.
I think at one point I saw 10.
Yeah, see? And the person that told me that, because I remember Cadillac J. Just, he hollered at me, he's like, Reed, why don't you, you know, in your, where I be putting on my affirmations, like put up like, you know, you're going to be going live at this point. So then that'll let people like kind of make a mental note, like, let me check in at this time. So I started doing that. And I guess, you know, more people was, you know, saying, okay, he's going to be live at this time. So they know when to check in when I actually go live. So essentially I was bypassing them, you know, them not sending out the notifications because they're making a specific reason to go at this particular time. So they figure, okay, since he's going to do it like that, we'll make it where, you know, it's some complications where he can't go on. You know what I'm saying? So people get frustrated, like, I'm on at this time and he ain't live. Let me just go do something else and scroll around YouTube or whatever you do. You know?
Yeah, some folks will do that.
Man.
Some folks will do that. But yeah, that's a good idea too, because, you know, everybody don't get the notifications. That's why when you put them out there, you start talking, I'll be like, yeah, I got mine.
Huh.
Just so you know, some folks get them, some folks don't.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people like, Reed, you got control over it? Like, I don't got no control over that. All I do is put the video up. What's supposed to happen, as soon as my video is live, it's supposed to go out to everybody that's subscribed. But they don't do it like that. So, you know, I don't control that part.
On other channels, man, Buddy was saying that it takes your notifications off. Even if they click, it just go away. So you gotta go back and check and make sure it's highlighted.
I done heard.
And they unsubscribe people, like, and you won't even know.
Now, see, I done heard that. I done heard that. I done heard, like, because, you know, a lot of times it goes through your email. So say you get the notification on the app, but then the app is connected to your email. So if your shit if my notification goes to your spam, then you'll no longer get my notification. So a lot of times people need to check their spam to see, like, oh man, your notifications for your one video went to my spam. So that means it's gonna cut off from you even getting a notification just because of that reason.
quite possible.
All right.
All kind of little tricks they do, man.
Right.
Tell you the truth.
I just let you know
All
they're
kind of tricks
dirty
they do.
motherfuckers.
We all know that.
Right. Now Lo came in, he said, no doubt. Hey, like I said, Lo, no disrespect, but you know, you can't be too gone and, you know, chopping it up. You just can't be like that. You know, I got respect for everybody that be on here that actually be like, hey, I'm coming in, I want to save my peace. You know, we can't have none of that unnecessary, you know. I'll just leave it like that. So what's going on with that situation that done happened in your town, Choice? Any more updates or anything?
Man, they ain't same old, man. They don't care. They don't care, actually. But I guess somebody got an attorney or something, and they starting an investigation. So that's where it's at. We're gonna see what happened with that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all bad, man. It's all bad. It's all bad. Ain't no charges filed as of right now. And yeah, he's still gone. So that's all I can say for that. But yeah, it's real. It's real, man.
I'm quite sure they're
Real.
I'm quite sure the person that did it, they're on paid administrative leave too, huh?
Oh, yeah, of course. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. And then somebody was talking not about this situation, but just in general that moving forward, instead of it being you sue the city or you sue the department, like that money got to come out these folks' pension, man.
Right.
Really.
Right.
You know, if it don't touch them, then you know it's like, okay, well the city got sued and I finally lost my job, but I don't care.
Right, because I could get rehired from a different department.
But you know, start coming out that pension. Hey,
right.
Make them think a little different.
Right.
That'll make them think a whole lot different, in my opinion. So, you know, it's been going on so long, man. You know, this just their latest. Like I said, it's like a virus, man. It just reinvents itself over and over again.
Right.
You know, the hate is real, man. They keep coming up with ways to, you know what I'm saying, do what they do. And, you know, folks kind of just now waking up, you know. Folks just now kind of waking up. So it's going to take a while anyway. No matter what nobody going to say. It's a whole lot of work to be done. So I'll put it like that.
Right.
You know, they've been working at 400, so who knows how long it's going to take for us to get it right, you know, and to undo all of that. Because first you got to stop it from reinventing itself. You got to stop the virus from growing.
Right.
But you got to keep what the virus is on this day and age, every new generation before you can stop it.
That's true. What's going on, Tommy Wayne? If you want to call in, I got the hotline posted, so you don't have to throw your number up there. Just call it, and I'll put you in on the call. Glad you done joined in. I'm glad you got the notification, or you done the, you know, like, hey, let me see if Reek's on around this time. I'm on. Been on for 84 minutes.
Speaking that truth.
Yeah, that's a necessary must. Necessary. Yeah, just scroll through the chat. You should see where it says Tuku Khan, and I say, you know, I got it posted saying call in, and, you know, I got the number, you know, listed.
Okay, so I did have a quick question, though. What made you go with the Tuku Khan? Just for the record, I don't know if nobody even asked that before.
They asked it before, but it's been a while since I done said why. Um, think about it like this. You know, you always got someone. You know, think about it from the street level. You know, back when we used to powwow, you know, at either when your family member's house, your partner's, people's crib, or wherever you be out. You know, it's always will be someone in a circle trying to play someone, and they're trying to run game on them. Hold on a second, Choice. Let me add Tommy in. Hold on.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a
Hello, Tommy.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
Okay, you still there, Choice?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Okay, now let me finish that. Anyways, when you seeing someone's run a con game on someone, I figured I name it Too Cool, Too Con. I'm too cool, too con. So you're trying to run con, but I'm too cool to be con. So that's why it's too cool to con. You know, essentially,
Got it.
we're dispelling all the bullshit. So, anybody that thinks they're coming with that sideways shit is essentially bring it. Because I'm going to bat that shit out the park to let you know that shit ain't flying over here.
Dig that. I can dig it, Jack. I was just wondering. It make a lot of sense, though. And I kind of got the hint. I just wanted to be sure. It wasn't just, sometimes you just say slick shit.
Right. Think about it, and it kind of coincides with old above the law. I think it's called Never Missing a Beat on Black Mafia Life. KMG says, "How you gonna jack me when I'm the jacker? How you gonna try to outmack me when I'm the macker?" It's like you can't outslick a can of oil. I mean, if I'm a can of oil, how you gonna outslick me? I'm slick as you, or if not more slicker than you. So you can't.
Slicker.
Right. So, Tommy, what you want to add to the conversation since you done chimed in?
Yeah. I mean, do we got to be on y'all's topic or it could be something else? 'Cause I don't know.
It could be on whatever you want it to be on. I mean, we just kind of
You probably don't remember. I think the only time I ever called in was probably a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and I was talking about my friend's case that had happened.
Yeah, I remember that case you were talking about.
Okay, yeah, it's getting good on his behalf because the girl that put them charges on him, remember, she didn't do it while she was on the street. She did it she put those allegations while she was an inmate in custody for attempted murder.
Okay.
But they dropped it to assault with a deadly weapon and only gave her probation because of the allegations they put on him. All right, so they end up letting her out with 3 years felony probation for the attempted murder. Instead of attempted murder, just got her with assault with a deadly weapon, even though they had her on video trying to kill this girl. So they gave her assault with a deadly weapon for 3 years probation, no jail time. So when they released her, she was telling this detective, like, the guy she put the allegations on, she was in fear of her life for him, and he's this monster, even though he don't got this on his record or nothing. But she was making all this stuff sound believable. And so when they released her, the first thing she did, she went to his house, and she kicked his door and made some death threats. But he didn't respond. Some neighbors ended up calling the police on her, and she ran. So she on felony probation at this time. So they ended up hitting her with a violation, and that was her first violation. So they only gave her 90 days on that one. And she contacted the guy that she put these allegations on like 69 times. He saved it. He never responded. And he kept calling the police every time she contacted her, and the police was saying, well, we can't do nothing because she has a criminal protective order against you. And so the police got tired of him calling so many times about her harassing him and stalking him, and he had the proof and the evidence. So the police was like, man, you need to go get a restraining order against her because obviously she's not scared of you.
and she putting these false allegations on you. You need to get this dropped immediately. So he took the police officer's advice. He went down there and he filed for a restraining order. He showed the judge, the cops, all the photos, the videos, the text messages, and phone calls that she's been doing to him voluntarily without him communicating with her. So they gave him a permanent restraining order. She got served the paperwork and everything. So when she got served the paperwork, she gonna tell the girl that served her the paperwork, fuck him, and who cares if he got a restraining order. And she sent him pictures of her holding a gun and everything. So he reported that too. So now that he reported that, it's a warrant out for her arrest. And they finally caught up to her. And when they caught up to her, you know what I'm saying, they ain't hit her with the new charge of her violating a restraining order that he got against her. They hit her on some other charges because she never checked in with probation. She never enrolled in none of these programs that real victims supposed to enroll into that she claiming she was going to do. So they ended up sending her to prison for 2 years. And she got sent to 2 years prison, but he's still fighting these allegations that she put against him, though, the human trafficking, pimping, and pandering, with no proof, no evidence, just her testimony as an inmate from the Fresno County Jail. Now, the police was not watching him. They didn't know nothing about him because he don't have a record. Only reason why they started looking at him is because she requested the detectives to speak to her, and she gave these allegations that, oh, yeah, a year or two ago, he was my pimp. You know, I was making him $1,000 a night. All these allegations she was putting from the Fresno County Jail, but with no proof, you know what I'm saying, to get out of the attempt to murder. But, you know, detectives, they took it and ran with it, even though he ain't got no record. He black. So they ended up arresting him. They didn't catch him in the act, nothing of that nature. He was just paying to put some air in the tire. So he out on a $240,000 bail, and he's still fighting it. And the prosecutor in this case is not trying to go forward. She keeps trying to push it back. He's been going to court for a year and ain't even went to a preliminary hearing, no trial, no nothing, you know. So he just, you know what I'm saying, he's fighting, he's standing strong, but it seems like everything is like falling into his corner, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, it's falling into his corner.
Now, what you think about that? Let me put a break in there. What do you think about that, Choice?
Hey, man, you dig? Hey, I just say, man, it sounds good, man, but it ain't over till it's over, you know what I mean? But you just gonna have to ride it out, you know? But as far as her being bogus from the jump, from what it sounds like, hey, you get back what you put out, man. You know? You get back what you put out.
I agree with that.
And then it's like, all the police reports, like, he can contradict her through all the reports without giving an opinion, just on the statements that she gave prior when she was free from custody. When they would be riding around town, cops pull him over, you know, just being an ass, even though he ain't got no records. They just pull him over because of the kind of car he drives. She'll tell the cops, you know, this is my boyfriend. He's paying for me to go to college. He helped me get a house. Nobody in my family has. He's been helping me, all positive stuff. Nothing pimping, nothing of that nature. But when she's an inmate in the county jail, everything changed. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole different story with her testimony. And the prosecutor is harassing the guy they charging. He's recording everything she's doing because he's been seeing the prosecutor. The prosecutor's a female. This is the prosecutor first time having a big case. The prosecutor on this case normally only deal with like animal cruelty, like little stuff. So the prosecutor has been following him, and he had been noticing it, so he started recording it. So the prosecutor will follow him out the courtroom, and she was talking to a sheriff, like stalking him, waiting for him to leave the courtroom because it's only one way to get out the courthouse. So when he left the courtroom, the prosecutor is following him with the sheriff. So he gets to the light, which is probably like 40 feet away from the courthouse. So while the sheriff is with the prosecutor, the sheriff said, "Hey, sir, hey, come here." He said, "Huh?" And he turned around, and the sheriff said, "Hey, what's up? You got a problem or something?" He said, "No." And then the sheriff's like, "Well, you need help with something?" He said, "No, I'm okay." And then the sheriff said, well, I don't like how you looking at me, man. I don't like people staring at me. You sure you don't need help? You know, it's like the prosecutor doing some prosecutorial misconduct. Prosecutor ain't giving the attorney the full discovery, and he's had 17 attorneys that he's never met. He's never fired them, anything of that nature. They all had conflict of interest. And it is crazy. And the prosecutor was trying to force another girl to be a victim that was not arrested with him, that never called the police on him. She told the police. They asked about the guy. They said, how do you know that guy? He was like, what guy? And they gave a name. She told the police, oh, him? Oh, me and my husband, we just rent a room from him on one of his properties. He's just my landlord. That's all she ever said about the guy. But they're trying to push the issue and say she was a victim. And the only reason they're trying to call the second person a victim is because the girl who was an inmate in the Fresno County Jail tried to kill her. Stabbed her 8 times. And to get out of what she done, she said, oh, that girl I tried to kill was a hoe for him. I seen her get pistol whipped by him. I seen her get beat down with a baseball bat, just making him look like a monster. So that's why they call it the second girl an alleged victim. But the second girl went to a crime victim advocate, had an hour session. The crime victim advocate said she is not a victim of human trafficking or pimping and pandering. The crime victim advocate put this in writing. This girl submitted this to the DA, and the girl even went to the judge and said, look, I've never called the police on this guy. This guy has never done nothing to me. I'm here in court with my boyfriend. Me and my boyfriend just rented a room on this guy's property. This guy has never done anything to me. Only reason why I'm being called a victim is because of the girl who tried to kill me, stabbed me 8 times in the back, 2 inches away from the spine. She said I was a victim, and I didn't even know who she was until she stabbed me. We didn't have no arguments, nothing of that nature. That man has never pimped me, human trafficked me. I've never called the police on him. He's never injured me. I'm not scared of him now. I wasn't scared of him before, but I just don't feel it's right. Y'all involving me in something that I never said I was involved in. I never called the police on him. We never was arrested with each other. So the prosecutor is still trying to force her to be a victim, trying to threaten her with jail time, even though she ain't committed no crime or nothing. But she's standing strong. Her boyfriend and her mom is going to the courts and on a prosecutor helmet. They done went to the Bar Association about the prosecutor doing prosecutorial misconduct towards the alleged victim and towards the guy. She's standing strong, for justice, and she just don't feel it's right. They even put a criminal protective order against this man who never done that to her. So they had to get evicted from their property, and then from his property where they was renting a room at, all because of the prosecutor and the Mexican girl that tried to kill her put these fake charges. So she pushing the issue. She's trying to go to news outlets and everything about it. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It don't even seem real.
You finna chime in, Rick?
I got one thing to say. I don't know if it'd be the same as your choice, but Tommy, I have to say this. You are highly detailed about, another person's situation, like very detailed. I have to say, myself, I don't even think I could be that detailed about knowing somebody else's situation like that. That makes me wonder, how are you so detailed in that?
Oh, well, he gave me the discovery, like the police reports, and it's more detailed than that. Like, if you see the reports and you read them, you're gonna be like, how did they even charge this man with that?
I understand. I understand what you're saying about that, but how are you so? But I mean, I think I'll say the average brother, he'll be like, okay, man, you going through this situation, that's kind of deep, but you're real methodical on knowing all, this happened, and then they said this, and I'm not doubting what you're saying, but I'm like, normal, I'll say the average brother ain't on that level. You kind of get where I'm coming from, Choice, when I say that?
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm talking to Choice. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man.
Okay.
You know what, man? I'm gonna say he close enough with details to be in the mirror, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I ain't gotta say no more.
Right.
But as far as the story though, man, it reminds me. Hold on one second.
All right.
I'm back. It reminds me of what I was just telling you about, man. For one, I said these bitches ain't solid no more, man.
Right, you did speak on that.
Blank.
Right.
And then it reminds me of what Ken said. You know what I mean? What Ken said in that whole interview, man. Hey, like, man, ain't nobody trying to hate on the game, man, but that shit basically dead. You know what I mean? You got this gung-ho female prosecutor. She gonna push it to the wire. She bringing all kind of laws. She pulling every trick in the book just because he a black man, period. That's the first thing.
Right.
And then the law so screwed up, he's fighting it and it's already dead.
Right.
That's why she's stringing it along. You know what I mean? But the law, like y'all was saying, man, the law's so crazy. Any little thing and any little thing, they pinning that on you, and it's almost unbeatable.
Right.
That's what everybody needs to hear and take away from this for me.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Hey, it ain't about nothing, man, because once them football numbers come in, it's a wrap.
For real.
Like Ken said, I don't care if you put in 100 racks a month. Once they hit you with a 113, 119 years, you divide 100 racks a month up between all that time, man.
Right. And that money turns into nothing. It didn't mean nothing.
A meal ain't gonna last that long, especially with $3 noodles.
Right. Especially how inflation keeps going up. Especially how, unforeseen happens to your family when you're away. I mean, you can't put no dollar amount on all those years going out your life. But,
You still okay?
like, man.
That's just what I look at, man. And everything you're going through, they basically had nothing. How you gonna make a statement from the joint? That's crazy.
Huh.
That ain't even a credible witness. But because of the law, you know what I mean? You ain't even got to be a credible witness. If you a female and you trying to hit somebody with that jacket,
Right.
you see? So, I mean, hey, I just want all my brothers just, keep everything in context. I mean, people all, aspects and the areas of everything you doing, man, because it's always bigger than what you want and what you see. Some things you don't see be the same things that'll see you. Once they see you, it's too late.
Right. Now, I like how you worded that. That's real talk right there. I mean, man. What you got? Anything else you want?
Brothers on here, man, and that's some real game, man. That's some real knowledge, real wisdom. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Real crazy. Don't even seem real. Don't even seem real.
Well, I'm glad you.
I was on the channel for a minute, man, for a few years though, man. For a long time.
I noticed that seemed like that's the going rate. Everybody that said it came to my channel, it said it's been 2 years. I'm like, I wonder what that must have been my peak around 2 years ago or something, because I've been on since 2009. So I mean, Choice been on here a long time, way longer than 2 years. I know that. But,
yeah, I've been on here way longer than that.
Yeah.
You already know when I was on.
Right.
I spoke on that. I ain't gonna speak on it no more.
Right.
I've been on there that long. When cats was posing with other people's cars and shit.
Yeah. But yeah.
That don't even make no sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But,
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's been a while, man.
Right.
It's been a while.
But you got anything else you wanna say, Tommy, or that was the gist of what you wanted to say?
I was gonna join in on y'all other topic, but I just had came in. I didn't know what y'all was speaking on before I spoke.
You can add to that topic if you want to. Go ahead.
Yeah, what was the original? Oh, to y'all original topic, or what I was speaking on right now?
What we were speaking on.
Yeah, what were you speaking on before I came in?
We were just chopping it up, but the topic was envy. You know what I mean? Topic was envy, and how do you feel about envy?
You said about
Envy.
Oh, envy. Oh, man, envy. Envy could be real ugly, man. whoever envies someone, you know what I'm saying, and they desires that they got deep in the inside in their ways. Because I mean, a family can envy you, or close friends, and they can envy you the wrong way and do the wrong thing. So it can go all bad. And even with other females, envying other females is crazy too, man. Like from some life experiences. So yeah, envy, man, that's a strong word. So yeah, that can be a bad thing too. I really can't speak on envy being nothing positive because I could be wrong. I don't know everything, but it seems like most people who envy others don't really have a positive reason to envy someone else. It's like they envying for the wrong reasons, or they plan on doing something bad or negative towards the person that they envy.
That's true.
That is my personal opinion.
That's true. That makes sense.
No, I don't think envy is positive at all.
Oh no.
If it's like slight envy, like I was telling Rick, it's like low key admiration of somebody. But envy in itself is a negative connotation. You know what I mean? Like it's like you hate somebody for someone or something that they have that you don't have, or who they are, and you really want to be that person. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I agree with you, man, because that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, you know, I ain't stupid, but then I don't know every definition of every word in the book. But I really haven't heard anybody say anything positive about the word envy. So I was thinking negative when I first heard the word envy in the topic.
That's why I called it why envy, and then I added do you. I mean, you can do what you're envying, you could accomplish yourself instead of just like looking at somebody else's life, you know, essentially like if you were on when Sir Bree was on, it's like stop counting other people's pockets. And I can kind of understand that because people do that. Like say you got some money and I mean just say in general you got money in your pocket, but your partner like, oh man, let me borrow $20. But you're at the store and you're about to buy something, like, well, you got money, you're about to buy this, like you're counting my pockets. Don't do that. It's like it's not, you're not due what's in my pocket. I have the right to say no or I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but some people don't look at it like that. They feel, oh, you should, you know, I'm your partner or I'm your family or whatever. You should just do because I said. But if the shoe was on the other foot, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to give you the same, they're going to say the same thing that you're saying to them right at this particular moment. Matter of fact,
man, the easiest way to find out about a person, man, is to maybe ask them for some money or be in a position where you need something.
Right.
That's when real feelings come out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen more real people show themselves than, you know what I'm saying, when I needed something or I asked for something. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, in life it's ups and downs.
Right.
You know, so I ain't never gonna say I ain't never gonna go down. You know what I mean? I'm just a person that likes to stay up. But you gotta stay down to come up.
That's true.
You feel me? But cats will expose themselves left and right. That's all I can say. And it'll be your main man. You dig? Like,
right.
Oh, man, like okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
Say no more.
Huh.
You did? Like, because I ain't going to say no more to you. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm going to keep it pushing and get that away.
I ain't going to say you, man. Hey, why you ain't hit me up? Like, hey, what you mean? Nigga, I don't fuck with you.
Right.
What you mean? You forgot what you said?
Right.
Nah, man.
Huh.
We ain't the same.
Right. You know, the first thing that come out their mouth, oh, you gonna be petty like that? You on that? I thought we were bigger than that. No. You know that was all the way wrong. I shouldn't even have to explain this. This is something that is not to be explained. So, you know, keep it. Yeah, I ain't got no hate for you. I can't rock with you like that no more.
Nah, you can't. Because, you know, it'll rub off on you eventually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or another thing, man, you know, I don't want to be guilty of association by no suck-ass nigga shit.
That's
you
true,
know?
too.
Like,
right.
Period. Hey, I done worked hard to be a solid cat out here, man, for years, decades. And if you ain't solid, I can't rock with you. You know what I mean? And if you show that hand, you know what I mean? Because, hey, well, we out here eating, man. You know what I mean? So, well, catch the jug, man, and fall. Hey, you my partner. You supposed to hold me down just like I would have held you down.
Right.
If I was still out here rocking. You know what I mean? But, hey, keep it pushing, man.
That's true.
Keep it pushing, man.
Now let me.
It's funny, man. I see these same cats, and it's like, man, what's happening? Ain't nothing happening. What you thought I went somewhere, nigga?
Right.
Ain't give me life, nigga.
Right.
That's real.
I'm still out here, and I'll take your bitch, nigga.
Damn.
That's real.
Now, Daryl Baker.
Hey, you know, it ain't like that. But go ahead, Reed.
I was gonna say Daryl Baker came in with the smiling emojis and the thumbs up. Hey, matter of fact, Daryl Baker, if you still out there, matter of fact, anybody still out there, the number's listed. Scroll through the chat. I got the number posted. It'll say Tuku the Khan, and it'll say the number. I ain't gonna say the number over the thing because I pull it out, you know, after these lives go up because I don't want no off brands making my phone chirp over, you know, a live that ain't even live anymore. So the particular number is up every time we do a live. If you want to come in, just hit that line and I'll plug you in the call and we can talk about what we're continually talking about, or you can add something to, you know, to be talked about. And right now,
I want to say,
well, go ahead.
like, share, and subscribe, man. If you're out there, you know, you little listeners, like, share, and subscribe, so we can get the likes up, man.
Right.
Don't be like that. Don't cause nothing to do that.
Right. Hit that thumbs up on it. You know, I appreciate that all the time. Matter of fact, I wish those previous thumbs up before they, you know, screw with the actual first live would have stayed on. But, you know, I mean, this is all by design. You know, I appreciate those that probably had to read like the joint and everything like that. So, you know, that's a positive thing. But let me reiterate for the people that don't know, we got Tommy on the call and we got Choice on the call. So, you know, just so people know who's actually on the line with me.
And I agree with what the brother said. With you know, when it comes to money, people's true colors start showing. Cause man, I sure can relate to that. You know what I mean? Cause it's like you'll give somebody some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? They were saying, could you help out on such and such funeral? And they didn't know you loved that person that much, so you went on and gave them like $1,000, but you said it's not a loan. You know what I'm saying? You just keep it. Then all of a sudden, you give them that $1,000, but they hit you the next day, can you give me $8,000 on my mortgage because I might lose my house, and then can you give me $600 for my daughter's car being in the impound? And then when you stop doing stuff for them because you ain't no sucker, you know, you were just looking out for the person that died. It really had nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? You just was looking out on the person that died funeral. But when you stop giving them that money, then all of a sudden they like, oh, you this, you ain't no real man, and start putting you down when you don't want to give them no money and stuff. Even though they not around you to judge your character to say if you're a real man, they don't even stay in the same city as you. But then, yeah, that money, man, I didn't even know people get down like that. The scam stuff that I've seen over that money, man, it's crazy. Don't even seem real.
Now, were you just speaking a hypothetical, or was that something that actually went down? Because if you said that was actually
something
that actually went down.
Went down with a relative.
First of all, I'll just say with me. Now, maybe, and I done had similar situations where someone died and they basically, you know, passed the hat to try to, you know, contribute to, you know, putting this person in the ground. But, you know, the guilt trip don't work. You know, I would have cut them off right there. Don't try to guilt trip me into doing nothing. That's how you don't get anything when you do that. I don't know. What do you take from that scenario, Choice?
Man, I gotta agree. The guilt trip don't work with me, man.
Right.
Nah, at all. Period. Period. That, you know, it sounds like somebody taking kindness for weakness.
Right.
They
right.
always say that.
Yeah, that's how I exactly
Crazy
look
because
at it.
they did that with their own mom. Like, it was rumors they was doing that with their own mom. They pushed their mom all in the street. You know, it was rumors, wasn't no facts. But, you know, like the neighbors that's been in the neighborhood for years next door to their mom was saying that the person's daughter, you know what I'm saying, allegedly had pushed their mom in the street. And they died on bad terms with their mom. They owed their mom $3,000. Their mom had them sign a contract and was taking them to court. I mean, I didn't find all this out till after the mom's passed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know all this at the time when I gave that $1,000 up for the funeral and, you know, paid for the limo and all that. But now that I see her actions now, that I didn't give her no more money after that, like how she coming disrespectful and sideways is crazy. I'm like, okay, those rumors must be true then.
So it was a female.
Yeah, the female. Not the one on the other situation.
No, I was
This
just
is
saying
like,
as a female. I was assuming this was a male that was, you know, coming at you like that. See, a female.
No,
What
yeah, it was a female.
was it?
Yeah.
Now, was it a female family member, or is this a female that you?
Yeah, female family member.
Okay. Yeah. See, when I hear things like that, I automatically think it being played. I don't even care if it's family. Family be the first ones to try to play you. You know.
Man, this is crazy because it don't seem real, especially how many years she done been in church. I mean, she doing a church feedings for the homeless. I mean, she's a high-ranked member of church. Like, this is tripping me out because she wasn't even raised like that. Man, this lady is the devil. I'm like, I'm still in shock. I'm like, wait, this is my relative? Wait a minute, this ain't the same. Because I'm looking from the outside looking in. You know, I never been this close. I mean, she's a close relative, but I'm just knowing her for good things like being a supervisor at the hospital for 30 years and all this, and doing all these positive things like programs for kids in the community, like all positive. And then I see this, I'm like, oh, hell no, this is crazy as hell. I mean, this girl is like a prosecutor, like just to twist your words around, all because you won't be a buster or sucker and let them take out your pocket for free just because you did one good favor. And man, it's crazy.
I just look at it. That is the key markers of someone that knows how to run game. That's how I look at it. You know.
That's real too.
If you just looked at it as, nah, you can't work me like that, and just left it at that, I don't care any of that little sideways talk. You ain't got my money. You ain't got no issue because you can't pay me back my money. Putting yourself out there where you know they may not be able to pay your money back, and then you have to, you know, take it a different course. So I'll take the little, you know, I was this, I was that. Okay, I did my little small part, and that was that.
That's real.
And sometimes it got to be that way.
Right.
But you know what, though, man? You got a lot of interesting situations, bro.
It's more than that. I ain't gonna expose the game, but it's more than that. More than that, bro.
It must be a California thing. It must be a California
That's exactly
thing.
where I say, yep. Out here in California.
Yeah, cause I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, this is I don't know. I mean, it just sounds unique. I'll just say it like that, Tommy. It sounds real unique. How
It just tripped me. The main thing that tripped me out, man, is about this auntie is just like all these years in church. I mean, she currently still is in church, and like I say, she wasn't raised like that. She had bought her first house, you know, working at community hospital with a supervisor for so many years. I mean, you know, pearly white teeth, skin flawless. I'm just like, this is real crazy.
right, but wait, Tommy. I mean, yeah, that situation is unique, but I'm talking about the first one that you told us. I mean, you told me this before, but
about my friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that situation right there is don't seem like, man, like seeing it, and it's really, man, really stressful situation because, like you were saying, in football numbers, and that person ain't never been in that situation before. You know what I'm saying? Like with no record, so it's like, whoa.
What's that choice?
That's what's really.
Hold on, man. Hold on. My phone acting real crazy right now. All right, yeah, we good.
Okay.
I'm still on?
Yeah, you still on?
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
Well, yeah.
situation, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't really been around nobody.
Yeah, he ain't never been in that situation before, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, having those, like you say, them football numbers over your head, because they're talking about some serious numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Joe, just that trafficking alone, it comes with football numbers.
Right.
It's automatic possibility. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I'm saying, man, hey.
The low term is 8 years. That's just for the low term. And that's just for that charge. But they're not just hitting him with that charge. They hit him with the other two, too, the human trafficking, pimping, and pandering. Even though he wasn't caught in the act, I mean, the body cam footage is out there. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't caught in the act. All he was doing was paying to play air in the tire. And he don't got no record, no parole, no probation, no nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I guess they was thinking, you know, if the police did do their research, maybe they was thinking he ain't never been in trouble. Okay, we're just going to scare him and he going to, you know, go with the flow. Nah, he ain't go with the flow because, you know, he ain't supposed to. You know
you ain't supposed to go with the flow, but at the end of the day, like I said, man, it ain't the evidence. It's just, it's almost unbeatable, man. It's almost unbeatable. That's all I'm going to say, man.
Mm.
You know, they formulated it like that, you know. They formulated it like that, words. Yeah, I ain't reading them always spoken, man. You ain't got to believe me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real, too. Especially how they following him around and harassing him after his court dates and all that is crazy. That is real crazy. I mean, he's recording it on his phone and everything, you know what I'm saying? He went to the Bar Association, you know what I'm saying, about the misconduct that they doing towards him, you know, with the facts, you know, because he went and got the transcripts, everything that the prosecutor said, you know, and he discredited her with her own words in prior police reports and minute orders.
Wait, Tommy. Let me slow you up. How often do you converse with your guy about this? Because I'm telling you, you know a lot that I don't know about some of my homeboys' situations. You know what I'm saying? So how much do you converse with this brother? That's what I like to know.
Your answer to that question, y'all pretty much answered that question when the other dude that's on the phone, and I don't mean no disrespect.
Choice. His name is Choice.
I don't remember your name.
Choice.
Okay, Choice. Yeah, when Choice pretty much answered that question, I ain't gonna go over it again, like not no disrespectful way or nothing, but that's why I said y'all two intelligent, wise people, because
they're real close, man. They're real close, man. They like brothers.
Yeah. Okay.
They're like twins.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
They sounded like that, cuz.
Okay.
So anything you was thinking, hey, you might have been thinking the same thing I was thinking, man.
You're right. That's true. Man.
Oh shit.
Well,
I just hope that brother can slide on out of that trap, man. That's all I can say.
Right.
That's all I can say, man.
And if he do, and that justice gets served and everything's supposed to go right, you know, if they're going to abide by the laws, you know what I'm saying? And of course, he went in the law library, studying the law library. He been studied the report, you know, because this happened in December 2018. So he been to he already got the police reports and all that. He already got everything wrote out, cross-examination, everything. He ain't trying to take no deal. He's trying to go forward. The prosecutor is the one that's not trying to go forward and just keep pushing it back. So he got that side pretty much chopped down. He's been going to the law library, even though he has an attorney. He already know what motions he won't file. He got them written out to where they can't be beat. But it's like, is they gonna play fair though? Now
tell me this. You said he's going to the law library. Law library where? Like in
the law library in his county about his particular charges only.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been studying on it the whole time, every day. You know, he's been studying on it. You know what I'm saying? He have his witnesses. He hired his own private investigator. You know, he have his witnesses. I mean, he got a lot. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't gonna be ready for.
But Reek asked you before about Buddy Case. Do he got a lawyer that specializes in that though? Not just a criminal attorney, but that man. Well, hey, he needs to be trying to get on that. He needs to be trying to get on that.
He would, but he had to spend all that money on that bond. You feel me? I mean, he did everything. Yeah, he had to spend all that money on that bond. Otherwise, he'd have been sitting in there fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he spent all that money on the bond. If he could, he would. If he could, he would. Believe that.
Well, you better hope you got a good one there.
I mean, this is.
I hope you got a good one, man.
He was. I mean, even though the charges are serious and all that, it was at the point to where he was going to represent himself. I mean, he didn't want to, but it was at the point. You got to remember, he went through 17 attorneys, and he ain't seen none of them. He ain't fought. Even the first court date, the first attorney they appointed to him said, "I'm sorry, sir, but I can't take your case. It's too complicated, but I'm going to have a different attorney represent you." So the different attorney came in, didn't ask him nothing about the case or nothing like that, pointed at him and said, "Okay, Your Honor, we're going to go to the preliminary hearing." Didn't tell him what his charges was, didn't tell him nothing about the police report, didn't tell him anything. After that court date, it was a different attorney they assigned him to. They said that attorney had a conflict of interest. And so it was a different attorney after that. So now he on attorney number 4. Okay, he calling. They're not answering. He even show up. They said, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Your attorney had a conflict of interest." That's the 5th one. So he called. Now he at the other court date.
Tommy, let Choice come in real quick.
Well, I'm just tell you like this, man. It's a reason they doing that. And when you appoint attorneys, that don't sound like paid attorneys, G. Like that sounds like PDs.
Right.
And if that's what it is, I made a post on the book though. It really ain't no justice, man. The only justice it is between what they gonna give you, and if you got a defense attorney, a paid one. You know what I'm saying? That make a big difference for a whole bunch of odd cases. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I can tell you. That I would say like 80% of the time that make a big difference. You know, like that's just from what I know from everybody I done seen. You ain't guaranteed to beat it, but you got a way more higher chance. Way more higher chance. You know what I mean? Because hey, them PDs, they don't care.
Right.
They work for the same folks in the same office.
We're in the same office.
The same city.
Right.
They have coffee together and laugh about your shit.
Right.
When you got to pay, he coming from somewhere totally different. And he really want to win. You know what I'm saying? Because his name on there. You know what I mean? Like, and with the PDs, they make little deals between each other. You give me this. It's like they play chess. You give me this one, then the next one you have to let me win.
Right.
Type shit. You know what I mean? They scratching each other back.
Some real live WWE. For real.
Yeah, he exhausted, even though he didn't meet the one, like this is 17th one, but they said he exhausted all public defenders, he exhausted all AVO attorneys, he exhausted all will attorneys, so now it's at private counsel, but the city is paying for it. Even though they say all those attorneys was exhausted, he never fired them. He never met with them. It is at different court dates. There's all conflict of interest.
Now, tell me this. You said he never met with him, but you said he's not incarcerated. Well, how can he not meet with him if he's not incarcerated?
Okay, when I say not meet with him, the first 2 was at his court date. When I say the first 2 was at the first court date, it was a lady. She said, "I'm sorry, I can't take your case. It's too complicated. I'm going to get a different one, attorney, and he'll be here in less than an hour." And that's when that different one came in. Didn't ask him, didn't say nothing about his charges, and let him know what his charges was. He just said, "Okay, we're going to go to the next court date." Those was the two that he had met, and that was in court while he was incarcerated. Only in court. They never showed up to his cell, none of that nature. All the other ones that was conflict of interest, he did not meet with. The last one he met with was number 17, and that's the one he got now. And he's alleged, they said, a private counsel that the county has paid for because he's exhausted the ABO attorneys. They say he's exhausted the will attorneys, and he's exhausted the public defender's office.
All right, but
Even though
this
he
just
was
wait,
fired
just back up what
like
you
that.
just said. You said they didn't meet with him when he was in his cell. Did you hear what you just said? In his cell. So that means you're incarcerated if you're in a cell.
Correct. That
So-
was at the first court date, and the only reason why he didn't bail out right away is because when he was arrested, if you remember, he said he wasn't arrested committing no crime. He was paying to put air in his tire. Like the body cam footage is out there. I can send it to you. So the detective said, "Man, I wouldn't waste no money bailing out because we don't even know if the DA gonna file these charges. So you can either wait 3 days, bro, and they may, you know what I'm saying? If they don't just let you out in 3 days, you have a court date. You know,
I just look at it like this. I don't want to take no advice from no detective, first off, because they're playing for the prosecuting team anyway.
Indeed. Hey, but I want to throw this out there, man. I don't know if Reek agree with me or not, but when somebody say a case is too difficult, I want everybody on the line that's listening to this to hear. When I say they made this
Wait, Tommy, hold up.
too
Let.
complicated. When I say they done made this fucking unbeatable, that's what they saying. That's what they saying. I want everybody to catch that little piece right there.
Right.
That's man. When go back and listen to Ken and Reek in the Lions Den, man. I'm telling you, just go listen to it for real though. Listen to it. It ain't funny.
Matter of fact, specify again. I mean, I
telling real life testimony, just like Reek know cats. Real life testimony, just like I know cats. Real life testimony, man. You know what I mean? It's ugly. That's all I can say.
Right.
Go ahead, Reek. I'm through. I just want to throw that little tidbit up there. You know me, man.
Right. I was just gonna say, specify which lines then that you're referring to, because there's so many of them joints.
Oh, the one it say shutting down Backpage and human trafficking.
Okay. Y'all done heard Choice and heard what he said. Go watch it. Matter of fact, you can type that in just like how he said it, and you go to it and listen to it and get a breakdown.
And you listening to a live testimony right now, though. 17 defenders? Come on, man.
Huh.
Read between the lines.
Right.
Read between the lines right there.
That's speaking volumes like a mug. But like I said, we got so many channels, people promoting doing illicit things when it comes to this. Nah. Anything that's promoting doing that, they want you to catch a case. Think about that. Any channel that's promoting it. Now, it's different when people talk about their lives. This was my life. This was my life. But people promoting it, that's something totally different in this day and age. They want to keep getting youngsters booked and in situations that they will not be able to get out of. Just like how Choices, kind of pointing out where you can see, where this is going in this one particular situation. Just think of the countless situations that is going unreported that this is happening. Oh no, we can't take this case, or we can't take this case. So that's essentially, it's like we're throwing you to the wolves. Whatever they see fit to give you, that's what you're gonna receive. If you don't got any actual money for an attorney to fight this.
And if you well versed on real players in the game, it's been countless real players in the game that had real money with top flight attorneys and they still caught this jacket.
Right.
Because that's the way it's set up. It ain't set up for you to be able to slide out this much easy
Right.
at all. This ain't like getting caught with a brick. We gonna give you 5, 3 in, 2 out. This like getting caught with a whole boat with 100 tons on that bitch.
Huh.
And you driving. You ain't even sitting in the back. And they saw you pushing it on. Oh, no. The dude that's sitting on the boat said he saw you push it on, and it's yours.
Right.
Football numbers, man.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't like, because matter of fact, I had some trolls, and I think when the last thing was talking about football numbers, a troll came in and was like, "What do you keep talking about football numbers?" Well, essentially, football numbers from this type of so they say, crime. This type of a crime, they're giving out, long exit dates. You won't exit till there's damn near all automated cars on the road or something like that.
You might not exit till you exit, man.
Yeah, right. That's another one too.
You might exit, but you might not be leaving out breathing.
Matter of fact, I think this is where people get it confused, because it's outdated now. Think about everybody that don't watch American Pimp. You see the brother Captain when he's talking with the Hughes brothers, and they say, yeah, they can control all the drug dealers. They can't control the pimp. Well, in today's days, they can control the pimp. They can. In this day and age, they can do that. You're bearing witness by listen to this testimony of how they can control the pimp, or even if we want to paint you as one. If you're around certain circumstances where we can make the case to be that, because that's another thing. Guilty by association. They do that every day too. I wasn't doing anything. Well, we got all these people. If you take it to court and trial, a jury of your peers are gonna hear all the preponderance of evidence, and they already been hearing everything in the news media, so they're already got like a prejudice, set up in their mindset about you, so you're going against that. So yeah, it's a wicked system.
And that's a wicked charge and a wicked law, though.
Right.
Actually, it's more than wicked. That ain't even a good word for it.
Huh.
Human trafficking is damn it. What's the goddamn word? Devious.
Devious. Horrific.
Devious. What'd you say?
Horrific.
Yeah, that too.
Right.
It's a little more than wicked. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's disturbing. Goddamn it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I agree with y'all, man, because as a private investigator, he got a old white private investigator. He know all the judges, the jurors, the DAs. He was saying that, your friend has a bullseye on his chest. He's like, I know he didn't do it because I interviewed all the witnesses. And he said, but it's just the nature of the charges, and that's in that county that he's in that Fresno County. They want to convict people of that because it's a cash grab for them, whether they did it or not.
Right, but wait, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there, Tommy. Anytime like someone says the good part at the beginning, but then they add the but cancels out everything at the beginning. So basically, they're telling you the truth on the second half. Like, okay, this is what it is. This is how it's gonna be. All the nice part got eliminated after they added but to the rest of the sentence. That's what I think a lot of people need to look at it like that. I mean, I understand you laying it down where you said, the PI said, this and all that, but essentially, even think about the first statement you said. He said he knows all these people. He knows judges. He knows all of them. They all
operate out of the same thing. They know, okay, you got hired by one of the people that we got basically up in this spider web, caught up in this stuff. We know this. He's paying you so much money. Matter of fact, we know that, whatever your fee is, longer it goes on, the more he won't be able to pay it. And that's they try to okay, this trial's gonna take this long. The lawyer's gonna be like, I need more money for this because it's going on longer than what I had seen. Do you got more money for me? Oh, you don't? Well, now we're gonna have to, I have to leave the team or leave your case because you don't ran out of money, and they're hoping for that kind of stuff. They do this every day.
Press that speedy trial motion, bro.
Right.
Your buddy needs to press that speedy trial motion. You know what I mean? That's another motion too, because you got a right to a speedy trial, cuz.
Yeah, that's weird.
But anyways, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Like what he said about like double speak. I think they call that double speak.
Yeah, they do call it double speak.
I'm gonna tell you what my attorney said on my last he did. He told me, Joe, I ain't gonna tell you I can beat this case. I ain't tell you it's looking good. But what I am gonna tell you, I'm gonna fight to the end. But we're gonna take this shit to the jury if we got to. Flat out, that's what mine told me. Anything else, it probably ain't the truth, cuz.
Right.
You know what I mean? I went through my whole thing knowing what it could have been. You know?
Right.
But like I said, I got a good one. Like Reed said, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a good one, man. But hey, you never know, man. The universe might work in your favor, man. All the real ones on the channel, you know what I mean? They hoping for the best for your partner, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what real ones do. Cause we know the game we playing, you know what I mean? And when them cards fall in your hand ugly, hey, it's ugly, man.
Right.
It ain't never pretty. It ain't never pretty, man.
Huh.
You know, mugs make it look pretty, make it look sweet. It's far from that, though.
Man, that's so real, man. That's a cold, man, that prosecutor, though. She a cold piece of work. She even got him kicked out. They had a cool judge. This judge was cool. This is the reason why the inmate who put these charges on him as an inmate in the Fresno County Jail didn't get that murder charge, not only because of the charges, but that judge is cool. Like, he was real, real cool. And the judge, like, my partner could send y'all the transcripts. The judge at first wasn't in the black dude's favor. Like, he was treating him like a piece of shit, like he was a scumbag. But when that white girl got up there and said she didn't put them charges on him, he has never done anything to her, she's never called the police, yada, 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 that judge started going bad on the DA. Like, well, she said that he's not her pimp. She said that he didn't do any of this. And then the judge told the prosecutor, so what you're telling me is you have the inmate in the jail who's supposed to be an alleged victim, and they're going against each other? He started turning red, and he said, I don't know say the dude's name, but he told the dude's name. He told him, sir, he granted what the guy was asking for, because remember the guy had, at that time, that was like his 8th attorney, so when he went, he didn't have an attorney. They appointed him another one, the 8th one, and the guy spoke on it like, I never met none of these attorneys, like, and this case been going on since December, like, why I haven't got my constitutional right granted to me, where I'm supposed to get adequate representation and effective counsel. I don't mean any disrespect to the court or anything, but why I'm not getting my Sixth Amendment constitutional right granted to me, which you're supposed to entitle me to. And then the judge, was lightweight in his favor. Now, once this prosecutor found out that this judge was lightweight in his favor, this prosecutor did some real, real scandalous stuff, made some lies up, which he can contradict her with, but he hasn't had an attorney He has the transcripts and the proof of everything that this prosecutor has done in a prosecutorial misconduct way to contradict her, but he hasn't had an attorney. So they switched, now this prosecutor then switched judges to a female judge that's like more favoring a little bit towards the prosecutor because the prosecutor seen where the other judge was going, like into the defendant's favor. So it's like, it's real, real dirty, man.
Yeah.
It's real, real dirty.
Hey, well, I just hope there's people out there listening, man, that can take something from it, man.
Right.
Take something from it,
Right.
you know. Each one teach one, you know.
Most definitely. I look at it like
Teach
this.
one, you get.
We've been on 145 minutes. Hey, I appreciate you coming in and you know, giving an update essentially on that situation, Tommy. And, you know, I appreciate you coming in, Choice, and weighing in, you know, the information you had to convey within this particular conversation.
Oh yeah, you know, hey, I was around before they pushed the goalpost back on us, man. So I just peep game, and it was what it was, cuz, you know what I mean, for one reason or another. But hey, like Ken said, man, like Professor said, man, that shit dead, man. You know what I mean? That shit is dead.
Right.
I don't care who want to hear it, man. I ain't want to hear it myself. You know what I'm saying? You know you love something, and somebody tell you, man, it's all bad. You know what I mean? Like it's a drought type shit. Hey, it kind of hurt. You know what I mean? But the truth is the truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
The truth is the truth. We don't control the game, man. We just got to adapt to keep moving. You
Right.
know? You got to adapt to keep moving. So any way you can avoid that, no matter what you want to do, you got to do that, though. You know? Period.
Right.
That's all it is to it, man. Hey, I'll be a square nigga with a job, though. You dig?
Right. Clean as the board of health.
For real, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, you gonna go and shut it down, though, Rick, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Hopefully, we come on tomorrow and we don't have no issues like we did earlier. Hey, I appreciate those that came in. Matter of fact, hey, like how Choice said, like, subscribe, and share. Matter of fact, click the bell if you haven't clicked it, if you subscribe to my channel so you can get the notifications when you're supposed to get them. And I appreciate you too coming on, Tommy, and, you know, saying your piece. We up out of here. Peace 'em up.